Hello Patreon people, I'm behind the camera, and this is a little video for you guys. Don't know what else is going to get. Just a little quick one of how to do Spider-Man lenses on the cheap, because Matt is still at my house. Hi!
Hi!
And he's got a couple of Spidey suits, and this is his symbiote suit that he got for pretty cheap. Trouble is you can see your eyes behind these bits here. So we're just going to do a quick build on just doing little eye lenses just out of foam and mesh. So it saves you spending a ridiculous amount of money on lenses, especially if you're just going to wear it out just a couple of times. There's a little improvement. We may be doing more to this suit later, which might end up being a full video, but just a little bit for you guys. So
no pressure.
No pressure, no. Matt's fixing some of his web shooters up at the moment for his Iron Spider. So we're just
somewhere
doing some mods. It's over in a bag.
I'll grab it.
Oh yeah, there's a bit of a web shooter 3D print. Where's your spider? That's the Iron Spider.
Cosplay Sky, bargain. Bloody
40
good.
quid.
40 quid.
The lenses on this are lovely, but they are stuck onto the thing. And personally,
Yeah.
I do. If you're going to go for one, I always recommend Facial with magnetic lenses. Says me, who's never had them before, but I've seen the difference between them.
They do look good.
They do look
They
good,
look
but
very,
this is a
very good.
really nice print for 40 quid. So we're having a Marvel weekend in memory of Stan Lee, who is, I've got two pictures of these, one in my bedroom, one in the workshop. He will always be remembered. He is the man. Of course, he's next to my Spidey poster. So what I've done here is, obviously this is the shape of the bit that's already on the mask. We're going to keep that on there so we don't mess with any of the stitching. And just done sort of a little kind of shape just for an outside edge of what will be the lens. So we're just going to use this stuff. This stuff is just a bit of funky foam. It's just craft foam. It's like a couple of mil thick, not very thick at all. Obviously flexible. So again, this stuff can go straight on the suit. And also this stuff, which as you can see I've used before, but this is actually a cooking splatter screen. But the mesh that is on this, as you can see, is really quite fine. Obviously that's painted black because I was using it for inside Stormtrooper buckets. This is how it looks normally. So we can paint this white, and because it's fine you can layer it over each other, and it does essentially opaque out your eyes, but you can still see through it, and it looks pretty cool. So this stuff is dirt cheap from Wilko's. This stuff is 75p for a sheet. So for a little bit of work, it sounds like you were going for crisps.
No,
it's like you brought crisps and you didn't
I
tell
haven't
me.
got crisps. This is more surprise. I've got to figure out how to kind of really sloppily put together magnets onto these web shooters. But again, these are brilliant. Geek and Cosplay, look him up because he did that. He also did the Mando bucket.
Mando lid. He's also done my blaster for the Republic Commando, which is it's in the box, so I'm not getting it out. But you can see it on my Instagram.
Soon. Very
soon. So,
yeah.
So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut this out and quickly transfer it to foam, so you guys can see what that looks like.
Quick, we're running out of time.
So there's the finished piece, cut out of foam. So you just cut out the middle bit of the Stanley blade, cut out the rest with scissors. So this is what it looks like, just because it just needs to fit on over there. So it looks good, and originally it was a bit too long on this side, which meant it would have overlapped. But now it's the right size, so hopefully, even if we move it back a little bit, that should sit quite nicely. Fingers crossed. So what I've got to do is now make 3 more of these that are the same size. Alright, so that's 4 cut out, 2 for each side of the lens. Next step is we're going to take this and we're going to spray it white. Right, so that's been sprayed. You have to be careful when spraying this, because obviously you don't want to do it too thick or too close, because paint otherwise beads up in these little gaps. So just sprayed it, short sharp bursts from a fair distance away, and we've got a really nice clean bit of mesh. So just make sure that's dry before I start cutting any of that out, because what we want to do is we just want to make sure these internal bits are covered with this. So yeah, I thought I'd have more of this, but there might be enough to double layer it. If not, it just might have to be single layer. And then we're going to want to stick these two together with the mesh in the middle, just so you know it's safe, because this is metal and you don't want any sharp edges poking in the costume. And also it gives it just a little bit, sort of the right thickness for a lens.
Oh.
Oh.
So what we're doing here? This is double.
This is, we got enough to do a double layer of mesh, so basically you just gonna cut this out. I'm just doing a rough shape, just so I know that I'm not cutting too small a piece. Goodbye, Harrison. Sorry, that's the sound of the cat flap going that you can probably hear in the background. And so you just essentially put it over the top of each other, just offset it a little bit, and it creates a field of view that you can see out of, but it's hard for people to see into, which is what you want out of lenses. And I just stabbed myself slightly with that, but that's fine, because, you know, it's better than me slicing a bit of my finger off doing Jason Voorhees. So that's also fine. I'm quite used to the pain.
Science! And action!
Fabulous! So we've got all these cut out now, so you can see the difference between between having just one and overlap and having two. It does sort of offset it a little bit. So just using the trusty hot glue gun, I'm going to glue both layers into one of the lens pieces. We're going to start with the left one because I'm left-handed, therefore left is best. All the other lefties agree with me. All the other righties make comments on my video saying, "Oh my god, you're left-handed."
Yeah, well, I'm part of that, you know, righty, so I don't know about that comment.
Boo.
Meh.
Boo.
Meh.
Bleh. Oh, yeah.
Super zoom on hand.
Super zoom on painty hand.
I think there's a little bit Liberty X song you were just singing there.
Ooh, just a little bit. Ooh, a little more.
Oh, G and G. Okay, we were going for that, were we?
We'll go for
Okay.
And it's sticking to me.
Basically, YouTube, what I'm trying to say, it's your fault. G and G is about to happen.
See, this is going to be the back end, so I'll give you an idea of what it will look like. Obviously, the lens edge will not be great, but it's easier to paint and prime everything once it's all together because you've got to make sure everything lines up perfectly. So that seems to be in. So my budge smet's gone a bit weird, so I'm going to use hot glue for this. So we'll just go bit by bit.
Hot glue solves everything.
Oh, it does indeed.
So I don't know if you're going to speed some of this up or not, but
I'll edit around it, don't worry.
Cool, that's alright then, because I just...
You're just standing there.
Yeah, just standing there and...
You think this is normally what my tripod does, it just stands there and
Yeah.
watches me very slowly glue things together.
Yeah.
Right, so I have to wait for that to dry, and then make sure I trim up all the edge that doesn't quite line up, and then we'll get it ready to be primed and painted.
Camera and easy action.
So just masking up the bits of mesh, because obviously we're gonna plaster dip these lens frames. Again, if you don't have plaster dip, what you can do is use the trusty PVA or excuse me, that sounds so wrong. PVA wood glue, and that will seal the foam ready for painting. So you can either spray paint or hand paint, again depending on what you've got available.
Well, while Ace's struggling with that one, let's just show you the one we've just currently sorted out. Look at that. Look at that.
And there you have it, quickly primed with a little bit of plaster dip. You can see there's just a raw plaster dip on this side of painted, because that's the underside anyway. And then a little bit of satin black over the top. And those are the two Spider-Man lenses, which we're just going to hot glue to this suit. So it's going to sit like that. So hopefully, yeah, that'll be good. There we go, the lenses are on. True to any bloody costume, one goes on a lot better than the other one, because the eye holes, it turns out, weren't sewn at the exact same size. So
Cheap costumes!
woo! But you know, you got an upgrade, and so there is a little bit of glue that's come out, so we've just had to paint over that. But I got an idea for a future upgrade for that. You could have venom tendrils on your costume just using puffy paint.
Ooh.
So you can have them come out your eyes and down. It adds a little bit of texture. So
Very cool.
Purple and black. So be something for the future. But hey, now you got lenses and proof you now cannot see your eyes through this whatsoever. Which is what you wanted.
Good.
So cool. There you go. You are now free to go. Woo!
Yay!
You can get out that suit, and no, I did not glue it directly to his face. I'm not that mean. it's hot
Just
glue.
until I take it off, then it's all just stuck.
Yeah.
I might have black paint just up here.
Yeah, we just had to fill in some of the bits that didn't quite work. Like that's you can see just on the side here is the original lens. So just coloured that in with a black fabric paint. So yes, let's take it off and see if you've gone all black underneath.
Face reveal.
Face reveal. There's a little bit there, and there's a little bit there. Nice, it's like a war paint.
Cosplay.
Woohoo! So there you go, that's a cheap, easy set of lenses just to improve. Oh no! The black paint's gone on the white.
Oh shit.
Oh, okay, right. Quickly! It's alright, fixed it. There's a tiny little bit there, but that's okay. When we upgrade it again, you won't see it. So we'll be very careful with where the hood is going to go now.
I'm holding it up.
So yeah, this is why this video is on Patreon, not YouTube, because this is a quick build and full of mistakes, because, you know, that's what happens when you do quick builds without, you know, planning and long build time. So, woo!
Yay! It's alright, you can make a gag out of that and just have it cut to... We'll be back after these messages.
Quality content. Quality content on the Ace Cosplay Patreon. Right, so we now got to try and get you out of that now, without it going on the white spider.
Yeah. Right.
Wish us luck. I'll see you in the next video.
Bye.
Bye.